My name is Micah Watson and I'm a music composer and music producer. I often hear people talk about creative block and what to do when you get it. My number one tip for what to do when you're experiencing these kinds of blocked feelings is to make a change. So this could be as simple as standing up, getting away from your desk, maybe going for a walk, taking a quick break, calling a friend, anything that'll just change your environment, even if it's for a moment. Sometimes you might have to take the whole afternoon off or even a holiday, but sometimes you might just need to rearrange your desk a bit and take a walk around the room. These things really help give perspective, and often when we put our mind on something else, do we realize things about a previous problem we've had. Now you may have noticed I talk about problems a lot even though I'm a composer. I find that music composition is problem solving at its peak. Sometimes even during a break, you might realize that you haven't eaten all day and you're hungry, and that's why you're feeling sluggish. So before you completely give up, just stop, make a change, and take it from there. Number 2, have other creative outlets. For me personally, I have another creative outlet. In fact, I have quite a few that help me relax and get away from music. Making music all day is quite tiring, and even though I absolutely love it, sometimes I want to create something without having to perform in a certain way, or please a certain client, or follow a specific creative brief. And these are the times where I pick up my pen and paper and draw, or get out my crochet hooks and crochet, or even write a song just for fun. That sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's something that I wanted to do. If you only have one craft and you find that you often run out of ideas or feel stifled, then I would strongly encourage you to get a hobby, but still in a creative field. That way, you're still going to flex your creative muscle, but you'll be getting away completely and applying your creative mind in a completely new context. And often that's all we need to get us motivated to get back to our actual job. My number 3 tip is to get a human involved. So in this day and age, most of the things we do, even creatively, are digital, and this includes our contact with people. We have Facebook or social media, or even just forums where we can ask and get help, and these things are really great, especially if you've got a technical problem like how do I add reverb or something like that. You can Google it and get an answer. But sometimes we actually need a real life conversation with a real person, either about our work or about their lives. Often meeting up with a person and hearing about their lives is just what you need to kind of get the perspective on life in general. And often there you find reasons why you were creating what you were creating in the first place, and that is encouragement to start again. Often we get blocked because we've lost the reason as to why we're doing something, and especially if you've been working hard day in, day out, it gets really dreary and we actually lose the love of it. And this is a great time to remember why it is you're doing what you're doing and why you want to be doing what you're doing. Often when we find why we want something or that we want something, we're that much more encouraged to keep going. And I want to say this applies even to you die-hard introverts out there. And my top tip for avoiding and curing creative block is to keep creating. I've said this in similar ways before, but what I mean now is just to never stop, no matter what. If you can make a pact with yourself to not stop no matter what, then when you do feel blocked and sluggish, you don't even give yourself the choice to not create. You've already made that decision to keep going, to keep creating, and to finish that song. And often that commitment to ourselves is what really helps us get through that sluggish feeling. So just to summarize, in general, it's a far more valuable skill to be able to encourage yourself as opposed to rely on other people to encourage you. Sometimes we do need other people to motivate us and to give us a bit of a pickup when we're feeling down, but our primary source of motivation and encouragement should be coming from ourselves. If you're able to self-regulate like this through journaling, taking breaks, monitoring your progress, and staying motivated, then I can guarantee you that your instances of creative block will drastically decrease. If you can give us any tips on what you do to help conquer creative block and creative slumps, I'd love for you to share it in the comment section, and hopefully I can learn from you too. Thanks so much for watching.